Hi everyone, it's Cheeky Jack Gaming, keeping it simple. Been a while since I did a video. Winter's coming to us soon. Ooh, scary stuff. It's going to be freezing. This is just a quick update, really. For anyone who follows me on my fishing games, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, which is cool. You know what I mean? We've all got our hobbies, haven't we? But this game, it's been in demo mode for what, 2 years, maybe 3 years now, and I've done a couple of videos on it, and I was going to do other videos on it, but I was advised to hold off because there was going to be more content coming. And as it turns out, it goes into early access on the 11th of September 2025, which is in 4 days' time, 5 days' time, something like that. Um, so yeah, it's the 7th today, obviously on Sunday, so it's 4 days. Um, and I've got a key to play. I got a key yesterday. That's why I keep saying 5 days. I got a key given to me yesterday so that I can play the playtest. As you can see here, it's showing playtest, and there's quite a few changes in the game actually. Hence why I'm doing this short video. So let's just click on this. So as it is, we play in this area at the moment, and look at that. Looks like a conger eel, doesn't it? And this area is where I fished last time, but there's a lot more content being added, and it's pretty cool to be honest. This region, you have to be level 5, have 1,000 points, and spend 1,500 silver to unlock it to purchase the license. Well, I haven't got any of that, so there's no point in getting excited about it. So let's just go back. There's a single player part and a multiplayer. The difference is that you can select rooms that are at different times of the day, and you'll see other people playing in these rooms. So when you join, you can expect people to be coming up next to you and stuff like that. So obviously, if you don't enjoy that sort of thing, you can just stay in the single player game, which is this. But the problems with the single, oh, I spent 1,000. Oh no, I didn't want to spend them points. Oh my god, that's really cheesed me off. I was saving up for a new rod, and I've just spent them 1,500 points, and I'm now down to 54. So that's the end of that. That's the end of my new rod today. So now I can go fishing on the waters that I don't want to go fishing on, which is really frustrating, but it is what it is. It's just to show you guys quickly. Anyway, now I'll have to work twice as hard to buy a rod, but it's not a big deal. So let me just go to the map. The map shows you a lot more different things on here now. You can turn these off, obviously. This makes it smaller and bigger. Some of the things that have updated is that there's a little black box here now that you can see. This is the NPC that walks around and it gives you quests. This is the fish seller, and this is the place where you buy your fishing tackle from. And then these are the pegs that you can stand. Obviously, you can fish anywhere on the lake, provided you can stand there and put your keep net in. So you can fish any of the spots. But if you scroll out now, you can't fish that, by the way, because there's rushes all the way around it, and you can't bring your rod out when you want to. But there is a river that goes up here, and it goes to the Willowmere Lake, which is cool. There's also a shop there and another fishing vendor you can sell your fish to. And obviously, there's some more spots there. What you can't do is click on here and see what fish are in the spots, which would be a nice touch, but it's obviously not available. There's also a small place here called the Angler's Hideout. It's a very, very small pond. There's some nice fish in it, though. I fished it today and caught a carp in there, so it's pretty cool. I've not been fishing long in this latest edition. Like I said, I got it yesterday evening, so I've only spent about 6 hours in it, I think. But you can see there's lots of different swims. Again, there's a shop and a fish sale place there next to that bridge near the Missouri and Sea Lake. And you can see there's also, look, there's two places to buy and sell on there, so you can see. You can get vehicles, so you can drive around. You can rent them for 50 silver for the day or for a session. Once you get off it, it just defaults back. But there's lots of different places that you can fish now, as you can see. And there's also a river with different spots on the river. So they've really excelled. Now, I am actually going to, as soon as I've just paid the money for that other river, I am actually going to go on it and have a look at it, because I didn't know that I could actually go on it. But obviously now I've unlocked it, so I might as well switch regions and have a look. So this is brand new to me. I've not walked on this before. So, yeah. So I'm just going to have a whip in here and see if the fishing gear is exactly the same as it is.
Welcome, angler.
Oh,
What do you need? How
there's an
can I help?
extra reel.
Take a look at the shop's offer.
Interesting. Oh, there's a right. Okay. So let's have a look at the reels. Oh, there isn't an extra reel. It's just the same. I thought there was a better reel. I was saving for this here, 1200 for this, and then I was saving for the for this float rod here, which was 1800. So I was 300 short of that rod. But now obviously I'm gonna have to go out and do the same again. But you can click on it to select float rods, or you can have a spinning rod, so that gives you that, or you can get a feeder rod. That was going to be one of my purchases as well, because you need a feeder rod to use a cage feeder, obviously. But there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot of more lines and that in here now. There's still only mono. You can't get braid or fluoro at the moment. There's still only that small selection of floats that were here previously. There's only one swim feeder, which is a bit disappointing, but it is what it is. You only need one anyway. I don't know why they call baskets here. The guy who's developed this game is from Holland. That might be why. Usual standard of weights. Same as the hooks. The hooks are just the same. 18 to size 2. End of. Natural baits. There's an increase in the baits. So obviously, bread, maggot. Maggot was maggot here? I can't remember. Maggot, earthworm. Candy lava wasn't here, castor wasn't here, cheese wasn't here, corn wasn't here, dough wasn't here, dragonfly, fish fillet wasn't, the fly wasn't, grasshopper wasn't, leech wasn't, liver isn't, nightcrawler wasn't, peas weren't, and none of these were either. So there was a very small selection. And I think if I'm right, don't quote me on this, but I think there was only these 3 baits here. I think there was worms, maggot, and bread on the demo version. And your artificial baits, there were artificial baits as well, but there's soft and hard, and then waterproofs. So you can see there's a substantial amount of these now. And it'd be nice if it told you what, when you clicked on it, what particular species enjoyed chasing that. That's probably something I'm going to suggest, because that would give new players the opportunity to understand which would be the best lure to use for the said species. So while saying that, there are kind of the ground baits are the same, the rods they're the same, the electric bite alarms have changed slightly, and the nets you can still buy. I was going to buy that next. That was actually my next purchase, but obviously I'm not buying that now, because you can put so many fish in there. It's crazy. Look, it holds £330, so you can effectively fish for 24 hours without going back to the shop, which would have been great. So yeah. Made a bit of a boob over there, didn't I? Let's just have a look on the map here and see what's available around here. And oh gosh, this is substantial as well. So Swift Stream River. So that'll be a bridge. These are bridges that cross over the water. But you can see the different various pegs. It's quite substantial, isn't it? There's like a lake on one side, Frost Lake, Thunderstream. So yeah, that's pretty impressive, to be honest. It looks as if it's only that though. It doesn't look. Oh, there's a small. Not sure if that's fishable because there's no peg on it. But yeah, it looks. I've just spent 1500 to go on this map that I don't really want to fish at the moment. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. Anyway, let's just go back to my previous map, the map that I'm fishing at the moment, which is this one. Switch to region. You can now fish the outlets and everything. Yeah, it's pretty easy to fish, really. There's nothing different about what there was. You got the same old thing. Oh, there is something different. You just walk your past here, because there's a lot more fish in the game now. It's fantastic. This is where you can rent your buggy. So if you want to rent one, you can buy one for 50,000 if you want. I'm not sure I want to do that. You can rent one. Number of slots, 1. Maximum speed. So. Oh, you can rent. Why would you want to rent that many? That doesn't make no sense, does it? So that's pretty much it. You can rent them to get about, because it is a bit of a laborious walk. If you wanted to walk from where we are here by this motor 4x4 place, just walking to that, it took me a good 5 minutes to get there. Walked up the road, went on this path here, but I cut through. I came from there and cut through to there, to be honest. So yeah, it's a bit, and going up there, gosh, it's a hell of a troll up there, because I even did that as well, and it just takes forever. I haven't fished any of them lakes up there because I didn't have enough time. I've just basically fished the usual lake. I've done. Let me just show you my status at the moment. I'm only level 5. There's actually a rankings thing now, so you can see who the top rankings are in the game. Uptown top ranking. I'm not sure how the ranking points work. I've not really looked into it. Ranking of best players. The total points from all rankings added at the end of other rankings, it means nothing to me. Fishopedia, fantastic. So if you wanted to catch a chub or a bream, let's say you want to catch a common bream, so you can scroll down. It tells you what baits you need. So that's probably why they won't put what fish you can catch on that bait. I think it would have been. I think it's an opportunity missed because, you know, they could have put on the bait, you know, useful for whatever, chub salmon, whatever, you know what I mean, bleak, burbot, asp. So you know that particular bait. I mean, obviously, this is laborious reading through this all the time. I did it before and I thought, do you know what? It's nice of them to add all that habits. So that's the habitat that they like. They like dark, dank areas. So on the bottom, rich of aquatic vegetation, and offers shelter, which is what I bream about all the time, aren't they? But I'm not so sure about the weights here though. 4.5 kilo. I'm not sure which country. If he's in Holland, then I'm pretty sure you can catch bigger bream than that in Holland. I'm pretty sure I've fished in Holland a few times around Nijmegen and stuff like that, and caught some big bream there. £9.9 is not the biggest bream. You can get them to 14, 15 pound in the UK. This isn't based on the UK. It's fantasy, obviously. So that's a bit. I'm hoping that they'll change a bit of that and make some of these a bit better going forward. Because they should be able to grow bigger. These fish should be able to, if they're feeding, there should be a lifespan of this fish, and its weight should reflect what it eats every day. I mean, they're not. I mean, obviously these are just going to be icons swimming around in the water, and they're not like a real fish. But it'd be great if they could do something like that, where, you know, like it eats so much food in a week, and then it increases by, I don't know, half a kilo or whatever. Same with the carp. You know, it'd be nice to see some really nice big carp around. But £88, that's much bigger than what you can catch in the United Kingdom. The biggest in the I think £54, maybe £55, maybe it might be out, is the British record. So obviously in Europe, it's obviously a lot bigger around France and Germany and places like that. So yeah, it's interesting. Crucian carp, £7.5. I've never caught a £7.5. I think the biggest crucian carp I've ever caught in my life is probably nearly £3. So that's twice the weight of what I've caught. So yeah, there's some interesting weights here. And that's for £24 for a chub. Never caught 24. Biggest chub I've caught in my life is like £8.5. That's a PB. So yeah, it's interesting. And barbel, according to this, they can go to 20 kilograms, which don't know what that is in pounds. Yeah, I'm not sure, to be honest. Don't know the conversion. It's 2.2. So yeah, but I mean in the UK they grow to around £14, £15. So I'm sure. Yeah. Anyway, I mean it's a nice touch this, so, but yeah. Personal record, so what you've caught yourself. As you can see, I've only been fishing, like I say, for 24 hours, if that. So biggest carp I've caught is a crucian carp. Caught that earlier for £1.7. Obviously I'm not using metrics, I'm using pounds and ounces. So yeah, you can see, obviously you guys that are all modern, you'll be using the kilograms. I find it difficult to do that because I can't relate to what the weight of the fish is, but yeah. So I caught I caught 3 or 4, 5 stars of these today. 54, 5.4 ounces is the biggest one I've caught. But yeah, statistics: completed 3 tasks, gained that many points. Fish in the keep net 127. Released fish none, lost fish none, points lost none. Makes a change because usually you drop them on the floor for not putting your keep net in. Caught weight of fish caught 127, put the same amount in the keep net. So biggest fish 1.74 European. Income from tasks 700, so not really a lot of money out of it. Again, you can customize your character by, you know, changing whatever, you know what I mean, on here. So that's it, guys. That's pretty much it. Nothing's changed, except for this adds towards your ranking now. But I still don't know how to work it out. I'll have to ask the guys on the website how you do it. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. Global rank. Oh gosh, there's even I've not even clicked on these. So look at that. It tells you what poundage people have caught. That's very interesting. So the total weight of fish, I keep seeing this guy logging in and out, no wonder he's got, look at that, wow. But I think it's only the top 25, so yeah, I'm not even in there. I'm nowhere near that. I'm not. £1,128, that is some. These guys have been here for some time because that's some serious shifting. The best fish caught. So it looks like Wells catfish is the £38 is the highest catfish that's been caught. I wish there was one of each species. That'd be good. Because that doesn't really tell you a lot of that. It just tells you that Wells catfish are the biggest fish you can catch. And that's where you're going to make your most money in the game. Gosh, a lot of Polish people playing this. Look. Wow. Well done, Poland. Spot fishing. What does that mean? Ranking of unbeaten fishing spot records. Okay. Devian 3 again. He keeps kicking out. So look at that. He's substantially ahead of everybody else. Wow, this guy needs to go to bed more. Yeah. Oh, a German. Schönen guten Tag, mein Freund. You're English, obviously. Yeah. Fishing spots. Ranking of the best fishers with the highest number of unbeaten fish records in fishing spots. Oh, over a period of 7 days. Oh, look, there is more. Oh, right. So there is more pages. Forgive me for not knowing. So it goes to 75, that. Don't think I've got my name on there on any of them yet. Has that got... Oh, that's got 5 pages. Oh, right. So there is Meracarp as well. Oh, right. Okay. So that's cool. I didn't even know that. So that's the start of the carp. So the best carp caught by Waldy 1972. He's getting on a bit now, isn't he? Still a puppy compared to me, though. So he's had a £33 2 ounce. So that's the biggest carp that's been caught. So he holds the record carp holder at the moment, which is pretty impressive, followed by 29. So what's after the carp? Let's have a look. Going to be pike, isn't it? Yeah, biggest pike. So £20 looks like the biggest pike up to now. That's pretty impressive. Biggest salmon, £18 free. Or rainbow trout even, not salmon. Looking at the picture and not at what it is. So yeah. Biggest zander, £17. Oh no, there's a £20 one there. Oh, there's a £21 one there, so there's an even bigger one. Yeah, what else is that? European eel. There's one there, 17. Wow, that's pretty big, isn't it? Wow, that's pretty impressive. So, what else is there? Trout and trout again. Pike. Miracarp. Season carp. Never even heard of one of them. Biggest tench, 7.008. Gavilar 85. Congratulations, lad. 7.65 is the biggest one. Very interesting. Biggest bream. 6.39. Rico, well done, mate. I'm making it sound like they're watching my channel by saying well done, mate. Probably have never even heard of me. Russian carp, £5.4. Again, he was on today, my fishing next to me and my peg. So he's caught the biggest Prussian carp. That's pretty impressive. It'd be great if you could click on him and it'd tell you what it was caught with. You know, they've missed a few tricks here, this guy, I think. And finally, the biggest roach. Let's find out what's the biggest roach and perches. So let's have a look. 3.37. Woju. Yeah, I think he caught that today, actually. Biggest, 311 for European perch. So that's nice to know. Mine was 1.76, I think, or 7.4. What's the biggest bleak and the biggest bream? White bream. It's not going to show you. Oh, my brother's made it onto the table. That's interesting. He's going to be happy that he's 125th. That's very interesting. Oh, I made it on as well, guys. Look, there I am. 120. That's balmy, isn't it? I've actually got on the table. Oh, that's really cool. So I thought, kid had beat me there by 168, but my 174's pipped him slightly, which is cool. So yeah. And there's also... Come on, can I get on this table? I bet I can't. Nope. So what's this? Ranking unbeaten fish. But that means it's been on for 7 days. I understand now. Right, that's cool. Yeah, well, mine haven't been on for 7 days. I've had only on for 7 days. I know that for a fact. But now I see what these guys are up to. I didn't realise what was going on at first, but now I do. But they're the top 25 anglers, so there's only one page of them. It'd be nice if it was a list of all anglers, not just that, so you could see where you are on the list, especially if you only play occasionally and not all the time. So this is the best weight ranking. So it'll be interesting to see if I manage to get on this page. I doubt that I will. Or maybe I might do actually. Because it said I had £127, was it? I think was it £127? I'm interested now to see if I'm going to get on here. I did. I got on. I'm 88th. Oh, I got £108, not £127. Sorry. So yeah, I got on the table. I'm 88th. Wow. So that's a long way to go. And our kid is 98th. That's really interesting. And it goes all the way down to 125 players. That's pretty cool. So you see, you can get yourself on the boards here, guys, as well, if it's something you want to do. I mean, it's you know, some people probably don't care about it, but yeah, it's good that you can. I can't believe you've got 125. He'll be chuffed about that. So yeah, that's going to be a tough one to do, though. I'm pretty sure getting one of them for 7 days. Yeah, it's going to be tough. But anyway, that's it, guys. That's all the new stuff that's in the game. Let me just get away from this place and. So all the pegs are pretty much the same. This is what they're on about on the boards. I don't think I've got on any boards today. I might have got on one. Actually, I think I've got on one board on 4th, 5th, and 6th. I think I did up here. So, but I've only been playing for about 2 or 3 hours today. I've not had much time to play on here. I've been doing some other stuff on my model railway. So it's not this board. No, there's a 0.66. I caught one of them today, I think. Zip. Yeah, so getting the #1 slot for 7 days, that's got to be quite hard, unless you can. You need to have 3 rods to do that, guys. I've noticed that today. Lots of anglers are fishing with 3 rods. So, oh look, I did get on this board. There we go. Look, so my bullhead catfish is £1.63. That was originally up in 3rd place, but obviously I've been moved down because someone's thrashing me down like that. I mean, my silver bream at 0.57. And a common bleak at 0.53 ounces. So this is where I was fishing. Remember, if you're going to play this game, guys, you must always remember to press your control key, go to your box at the top, and make sure the first thing you do is put your keep net down. If you don't, then you will actually you'll end up dropping your fish on the floor because you haven't got a keep net up. And it's #1 to have a look at your rod. So you can see I'm still using this crappy rod. So, what time is it? 13:30. Let me just change the bait over here quickly. We'll try and catch a quick fish. So you can see all the bait I've got here, guys. I'm just going to put a bit of bread on, actually. I think I've got a little bit more left on my bread, and let's just change the depth on my float. So I'm on an 18 hook. And, oh, another thing you can do on your float, let me just click on it. You can click on and have a night float. So you can have whatever. See that colour now? It's put blue on the top of my night float. So now it's put green, and now it's put red. So then, let me just click done. So you can see now, when I cast that, you'll be able to see that red. I don't want that on because it's daytime, so I don't want it on. But you can do the same. Also, you can do the same with your rod. I'm not sure what the point of the rod one is because unless you want to see the top of your rod. But there you go. So you can have that on your rod as well, and then when you press it, you can see that the end of the rod's got a blue light on it. But yeah, that's not for me, thank you. I don't see the point in that. I guess if you want to watch the tip, if you're using a ledger rod, I guess that could come in handy then, so you can see your tip bending. But apart from that, can't see any point in it. But hey ho. Right, so let's catch one fish, and then I'm going to call it quits on the video. And if anybody wants a key for the next 3 or 4 days so they can come and test this, I think I've got 1 key left. So the first person to drop something in the comments and ask for a key, what you'll have to do, I'll send you a personal message, or I'll respond to you on my thingy with my Steam details. And if you want to add me as a friend, and make sure you send me a message saying friend for Professional Fishing 2 key, then I'll just send you a key. I'll add you to my friend and then add the key to you so you can come and play the game for free for the next 4 days. So and if anybody else actually wants one, just leave a comment in below. My brother's got 3 keys, I believe, as well, so he could probably dump some keys on you as well. I'll have a chat with him. I don't want 100% that one because I'm not sure if he's given out to any of his friends yet. But if he has got any and you're the next person in line to ask for a key, then I will ask him to see if he's got one, and you can send him a friend's request and he'll send you the key. And then you'll be able to play the game yourself for 3 or 4 days that are left. Couple of keys on here. F pushes your headlight on. I'm going to say fog light then. Don't know what I was going to say that. F1 lets you view from a different angle. You can change the size of your float by going on escape, going to settings, graphics. I think it's graphics, is it? No, it's not. It's game. Float magnifications. Put it on 2. Go back. No, I don't want to put it on anything bigger. So that's even smaller now. If you want it massive and you're blind like Stevie Wonder, then you can turn it up to magnification 10, I believe. And then you can see your float better. Also, you can still take missions and stuff like that are available. Which are, how deep am I? I'm not deep enough to fish here now. I need to be deeper than that, yeah. Let me just wind this in, guys, and make it deeper. I prefer to fish around the 5 mark here. Right, 2.5 foot. I'm going to catch nothing there for a week. So let's go, let's just put it on 5, that'll do me. Again, this, you can change this to metric, you know, so that you can have it in meters and not in foot, feet and inches. So let's see how long it takes me to get a bite on bread at 5 foot, and let's see what we catch. In fact, I'm actually tempted to put a worm on, just see if we can beat the we'll stick with this now we're in. Don't want to keep casting to and fro. Let's just go on the other view so we can see around the pond. Might be able to see some swans in the background flapping their wings there on my left shoulder, which is cool. There's an island on this place as well. I quite fancy going on the island and fishing off of that. I'm going to do that one day. If I press the map key, you'll see it. See, there's the island. I'm going to swim across from here one day and fish off it. That's if I don't die. You can get a boat there, I believe. There is a boat on peg 2, I think. I think there's a boat on here. Shady shores. So yeah. You can see the keys on the left hand side over here. Look, tells you what F2 does, tells you your stats. F1 your camera view, bug report, main menu and options, and control, which is what I'm using at the moment. Left control again and bang, you're back into your fishing rod. This is taking a bit of time. You usually had a bite by now. You can see in the bottom of the map it's 13:31. Irish 4-leaf clover, completed task. Well done, mate. Bejesus. Congratulations, mate. If you press your middle mouse button, it allows you to change the speed of your reel. If you look at my thing down in the bottom left and press it again, and then you can forward and back with your wheel. It allows you to change your drag, brake, whatever you want to call that. You call it drag. Well, this is exciting, isn't it? Here I am showing you a live game of fishing, and it's been pretty good. I've caught quite a lot of fish today, so yeah, time of the day and what you're fishing for has a big impact. Should maybe have a worm on here actually. I am actually toying with it. I'm going to put a worm on. Because a worm could catch as a big perch. I think this is the last bit of my worm as well. Yeah, like one more cast. Out there, I've not fished out there with it before. Oh, look, my worm just fell off. There's a cast. Look at the top right there. It just says worm's gone. I'll have to bring it back now. That's annoying, isn't it? Does that all the time. It's cost you a worm to cast. What a joke. No worries, I've got a shitload more worms. By the way, I'm casting with my left. You can actually cast with your right, so let me do that. Let me cast out with my right. Watch the bar. The further open that the green bars are, I can't see that flow now. It's gone right past where I was fishing. I'll have to bring it back. Can't see it there. I need to be able to see the flow properly. That'll do. Can I see it? Yeah, just. We'll leave it there so we get a bite. If it was on the bottom, you'd know because of... Oh, it's went under straight away. That was quick, wasn't it? What have we got here? Really? A bleak. A common bleak on the worm. That's a shock. Right, just one more quick. Didn't get it out. I pulled it a bit more to the left so we can see the float a bit further out. So there's clearly a bleak place over there. And I'm fishing at exactly 5 foot, but if you notice in the bottom left hand corner it says 5.3, 5.4, so it's moving up and down. Not sure why it's doing that. It's probably my float because of the water bouncing. I've not fished this far out before in this peg here, so it'll be interesting to see if I can catch anything decent while I'm doing this. So I'm not sure how much this game is going to cost because they haven't put a price on it yet, but they have got a Discord page, so you can go to their Discord page. I will actually, I'll see if I can link that in my video, and then you can have a look yourselves, or you guys that are interested in it. I mean, obviously people are not interested, I'm not going to look at the video, which is cool. But hopefully this give you an insight into the early access, and I'm not sure how long he's going to run early access for because this game's actually, it's a mobile game. He originally made it so you can play it on a tablet, and there's a lot more in the game than what there is in this game. But you can tell it's been converted from a tablet to a PC. It's quite clunky in places. There's a lot of work needs to be done on this. It's got, you need a decent, well, I've got a decent machine, so it runs all right on my machine. But it splutters every now and again. And my brother's got a low-end machine, and he gets quite a bit of lag in it. So the older your machine is, I'm sure it's going to be a bit more of a struggle for you to run it. So if you've got a very, very old machine, you'll probably... Oh, went right there. If you've got a very, very old machine, you might struggle to run it, you know, at a decent pace. What's this? Another small fish or what? Oh my God, what's that? That's bigger sardines. I was kind of hoping to catch them at half decent on a worm. Oh, I didn't get it. I wanted to try and catch it at full cast. So what are we on there? We've got to 43.5, 43, 43.7. Interesting, I've had 3 bites out there already, and I've kind of like been in the side and never got a single bite. So I was going to end the video after a fish, but obviously I'm just hoping that I'll catch an half a decent fish. I haven't caught a common bream yet. I've been struggling to catch one, and in the demo version I could catch them with one hand tied behind my back, tap dancing on the boards while I'm blindfolded. But obviously now it's a bit of a struggle. I think it's got something to do with, because I'm only using an 18 hook. There's another issue. So what I'm going to do after this next cast, in fact I'm going to do it now. I'm going to pull this back in now, and I'm going to put a bigger hook on, because that might entice a bigger fish. So that's what the normal procedure is. So let's just change the hook over. Let's see if I can repair this first. Yeah, I can. So repair my hook. Close. So let's go for a... Yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't want to put a massive hook on. I'm going to put an 8 on. Go for an 8. Oh, did we? No, I didn't get it. 40, 40, 49, 44. No, right. Okay. Oh, I know why. You look at my line, it's gone orange. It was yellow when we started. So yeah, looks like I've used a bit of line. Catching them fish, it reduces your line. Once it goes into red, you're better off just binning it and putting a new bit of line on, because then it gives you a lot more length of line as well. So yeah, the weather conditions 23.8. It's cloudy. It's got a wind of 15 kilometers. Don't know why that's not miles per hour. It should be, because I'm a miles per hour man. But obviously they haven't changed that in the. I'll have to change it in the settings. And it's on Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Again, I use old money. I usually keep my brake on around 75, 77. Just purely because of my line. It's not very powerful. This is a starter rod. Let me just tell you guys, at the moment, if you do get into this test, you get 500 coins to start with. You don't have to buy a new rod, because you get a rod, a reel, and you get a basic 18s hook. So if you do it, don't make a mistake like our kid did, and he went and bought a new rod and used his 500 for nothing. So now he's got 2 rods and 1 reel, which is useless to man or bees. Just buy yourself. If you check the reel size, and then buy, I think it's 3 point something, the line, 3.75. You can get a higher one, but that line will be higher than your rod or your reel. I think the rod's the lightest thing, then the reel's 4.41, I think. So you need to check. Obviously, if your rod weighs 4.1 and your reel's 4.4 and you put 5-point line on, then you can break the whole 3 of them. If you put a 3.7 line on, then the thing that will break will be your line or your hook first. So just make sure you stagger your kit appropriately to what size rod. So obviously, if your reel is stronger than your rod and your rod is less stronger than your reel, then you want the line to be not as strong as your rod is. So obviously, if your rod's worth 4.41, you want your line to be 3 or 4.0. If the reel's 4.41, have we got a knot then? Is it going under? It looks like it. There we go. Let's see what we get here. So I've got a green bar at the bottom, so it's not a massive fish, but it's definitely bigger than the other. Maybe not. So it's a 1.54. Okay. I expected it to be bigger than that. Let's try another hook, and I'll show you my line in a minute. So what we're on there, we're on an 8. Let's go to a 6. Let's put a 6 on. In fact, no, let's just, what the hell? Let's just go for a 2. Let's stop faffing about here. So when we look at the rod is 4.41. Okay. So then we look at the reel, and the reel is 5.51. So obviously you can't put 5.51 line on there, because if you do, the rod will break first. So 4.41 is the maximum line that you can put on. So if we look at the line, you start off with 2.65 line and you get 492 yards. But I bought the 3.75 because you can't get a 4.0 line. So, and you can see I've already used half my line, and you can't repair your line. You can only, so I'll have to bin it after so long. I'm going to get some more. If you cast far a lot, then you might want to replace that line and you keep it just for close-in work. But take into consideration that if you get a run and a fish runs out and you haven't got enough line, it'll snap off. So it's worth remembering that, hence why I pretty much come on, let's get me out further past 43. Come on, 46.3. Oh, nice one. So we 45.9. Now it's coming in. Don't know why. But yeah, so at least you understand now about the rod, the reel, or the starter rod and the starter reel and the line, so you know to make it appropriate, so you don't snap off if you get a nice fish. I still haven't caught a big fish on this anyway. I think my biggest fish is probably that perch that I caught. So and there's a lot of new players on the server of the last couple of days, because more keys have been going out. Every time a new person starts, you get 3 keys that you can give away. So if you get a key and you've got a friend who likes fishing, you know, just share the love. So that was pretty good of the developer to give out 3 keys to each person, and that's how I got my keys. Someone gave me one of their keys, but I got it through their Discord. So, but obviously because I'm going to put this out, and I've got one. In fact, yeah, I've definitely just got the 1 key left, and I've only got 1 left. So yeah, but I'll be happy to pass it over to the first person who leaves a comment in the video and says, "Look, can I have the key, please?" And then obviously we'll deal with how we're going to get it to you. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone as well. Obviously, some of you guys that have watched my videos on the Professional Fishing 2 video, it's not as many as some of the people on my MMOs that are playing. Obviously, I've got like 1.1k subscribers now, and yet, as you know, I don't advocate asking people to do that. This is just natural growth because people have enjoyed my videos, and that's how I want to keep it. So I don't want to be scrounging people to come and click this and click that bullshit. I'm not a fan of advertising, as you'll probably be aware. But anyway, a big thank you to everybody who has subscribed to my channel. Thank you, and who like my videos on my fishing, and who've left comments. It's very kind. Thank you very much. So I'm going to give it another 5 minutes or so. See if we get one more bite with this big hook on. Hopefully, if we do, I don't get snapped. It'd be nice to catch a decent bream, or do you know what? I should maybe be fishing on the bottom here now with this number 2 hook on. I'm debating what to do here now. I'm debating whether to go at maximum depth on the float rod. But that means you have to wait longer for a bite. Whereas when you're at like 5 foot, you get bites fairly regular. The deeper you go, if you want to get on the bottom, fishing on the bottom where most of the big fish are, like the bream and that, you need to find the bottom, because they do come in close sometimes, especially in the afternoon. Like we're getting towards the afternoon now, so it's possible bream time in the next half an hour. It's 14:40, so around the 15-16 mark, start seeing bream being caught in here and tench. So I'm half tempted to slip on a green pea. I've not caught anything on a green pea yet, and fish on the bottom, but I'm going to be restricted because I need to find somewhere where my float starts to lift up, so I know I'm definitely on the bottom. Oh, look, that's a nice fish jumping around right near my float. It's just for show. It's not going to bite. It never bites your float when you see that stuff. Watch his float go under. Kaboom. So I haven't picked up another thing yet. Let's have a look. What did I want to look at? I just wanted to look at 1.74 was the best one. Yeah, 1.74. So I could do with getting a 2-pounder just to get a bigger fish. It's 14:49. Right, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pull it in. I'm going to stick some green pea on. I'm going to see if I can find the bottom right close to me here, so I know, because there's a bit of wood on the floor there. That'd be interesting. Let's just see. Let's go to my float and stick it up to 7.224. I'm not sure. I'm just going to throw it inside here just to see how deep it is in the side here. See if my float lays on its side. If it doesn't, that means it's ultra deep in front of me. Yeah, it's ultra deep here. Right, I'm not going to be able to get on the bottom with that. I don't think I am anyway. Let's try it on the side here. Oh, it's starting to fall over. So that means it's shallow there. Right, let's pull it out and go to the left. Let's put some bait on first. Let's put the green pea on. So let's just chuck it in here. See if it stays up the float. No, it's still flat. That's good. So let's chuck it down this corner here then. Because what that means is we're on the bottom. Right, so I'm going to leave it here because I know that just here it's on the bottom, so it's going to be just off the bottom there. So if there's any big fish swimming around, I mean, look, the bad side of this is that when you're waiting for bigger fish, sometimes you have to wait 10, 15, 20 minutes. No, I'm not gonna put you through the pain of oh, is that a bite? I'm not going to put you through the pain of watching for the next 10 or 15 minutes. If I don't get a bite and quite quickly, I'm just going to end the video. I'm in two minds whether to do that now or not, actually, to be fair, because I don't want to keep you guys hanging around like a bad smell for no reason. I mean, I've done everything I wanted to do on this video. It was just an update and just to give people information on the release and just to show you some of the things that have changed in the game. So that was the idea of showing this video, really. But I'm intrigued to see if I can catch a bigger fish on this. So what I'm going to do, I'm looking at the clock in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm going to fish here till 15:30. And if we haven't had a bite since 15:30, I'm going to terminate the video. I mean, obviously, you guys can bugger off whenever you want. You don't have to watch. You can go to the end of the video and watch what happens at the end. Did I get a bite then? Just saw a bit of a circle from the float. Hard to tell because of the shadow in. Looks like it's bobbing a little bit. I've turned all the environment sounds down and all that, but it's really... some of the sounds in this game are superb. You can hear some of the birds tweeting around. But when it's throwing it down, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening indeed. Bit frustrating the way that graphics at the bottom there are flashing about here. You know, where the weeds are going under the water. It's just not very natural. I like the little fish that's swimming about here though. Look at this little perch there. Little surface, just some smaller fish and bugs flying about. Look, there's a roach. Is it a roach? Yeah, it's a roach and that's a perch. It might, that could be yeah, they look like the roach. Could be bleak. Can't really tell because of the way they are. Yeah, they look like the roach. But you see an odd pike or an odd big perch flirting about as well, you know, chasing them. But it's just visual. I've never caught anything from underneath something like that happening before, so I think it's just a visual effect thing. So we're at 15:15 now. We've got 15 minutes in game time to go, and if I've not caught a bite by then, I'm going to terminate the video, but I'm going to carry on fishing. So, because I don't put you guys through, like, why am I watching this guy's float, you know what I mean? Just a pointless exercise. In fact, if you've got an essential, I've logged off by now anyway. Because you know, if there's anyone fishing, it's a patience game, and if you've not got the patience to be hanging around watching, then you need to be gone. Yep, summertime is sneaking away quietly, isn't it? We're into September now, and obviously September's already we're a week into September already. I mean, crikey, where's the time going? We're going to end the summertime soon, which is going to be really demoralising. I hate it when it starts to get darker nights, and yeah, it's really annoying. I hate it. But we've had a fantastic summer. I have this summer. I've been fishing. I've been doing loads of real life fishing with I've got a massive pole. I've got a 16-metre pole, and it's so much fun to use. With great elastic in, catching big carp on the pole, it's fabulous. So I've had a really great summer this year fishing. It's been fantastic. I broke section 5 on my pole. That cost me like 500 quid to replace it. That was ridiculous. But yeah, that was on a big 20 plus carp on, and I had like massive elastic on, and just snapped my pole, went into some weeds. So yeah, it was a bit of an experience and half that. I won't tell you how much I paid for my pole, but it's a Daiwa pole, and it's the best one that they make. So yeah, it's the Pro 16-metre Pro Air, and it's just, yeah, it's a lot of money. But when I retire, I treat myself to the pole and a bit more fishing gear. So I've been renewing all my fishing gear because a lot of it's quite old. So I've been donating it to other people that are not as well off, and giving it to the kids and stuff to use, which is what I've been doing over the summer. Big mention to my mate Ivan, who's been fishing today. If you're watching my video, glad you had a good day, mate. Right, folks, 3 minutes to go. I'm going to terminate this video now. So, thanks again for watching. And like I said, if you want a key, knock it in below. And I'll catch you on my next video, guys. When this goes live next week on the 11th, which is a Thursday, I do believe, then I'll be doing a video I might do just a mega session just to get myself off the mark, and see where we go with it. Because it'd be nice to get a good start. Because everyone else is going to be doing the same thing. The server's going to be chocker. There'll be so many people playing the game when it first kicks off. It'll be interesting. But then a week later, we'll see how many we have. Hang on. Right. Blah blah blah. Time to go. Thanks again, guys. Catch you later. Cheeky Chat Gaming, keeping it simple. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday night.